Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be sharing all the tips and tricks that we wish we knew before going to Glacier National Park in 2026. There are huge changes to the park this year, so this is current and reliable information to help you with your visit. In today's video we will share the most affordable ways to get through the park, including park entrance fees, the different ways that you can get around the park and the prices, must-see places, vehicle restriction and road closures, all the stuff that you don't want to miss. Make sure to stay to the end so you don't miss out on the last minute tips. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to go check out Glacier National Park. The date is currently June 6th, so there are still some restrictions in place, but we're going to show you what it looks like right now and get as far as we can in our RV. We went on a Saturday morning at around 10:30 a.m, so being a weekend I was a bit concerned about the times, but honestly we were here for no more than 5 minutes at the west entrance. I think the road closures were working in our favors, and here is my husband drooling over this setup. Okay, so we just got through the gate. We got our America the Beautiful annual pass, as we're going to be doing quite a few national parks. We've both been researching on YouTube quite a lot before coming here, and I couldn't really find the video that I needed, I think, to get the information I needed, so I hope to make this today for you guys. We actually got here like 4 days ago. We've just been hanging around in Whitefish and Columbia Falls. There's a couple of free places that you can park your RV there. I'm pretty sure the grocery store is called Super One in Columbia Falls. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen. But basically you can camp there overnight with no problems, and it's an open 24-hour grocery store, which is really helpful. Otherwise there's a couple of truck stops in some gas stations, the Exxon. So yeah, we've been staying there the last few nights with no issues. There's also free water at the Exxon. There is a dump site in Columbia Falls as well, so yeah, it's very RV friendly. I would think it's quite a spaced out town. If you need to get some free Wi-Fi real quick, we've been using the Starbucks Wi-Fi. That's a little bit on the outside of the town. Coming from Canada, our phone plans don't work here, so we've had no service the whole time. So getting those free Wi-Fi stops has been really important for us.
Apgar.
What is it?
Apgar, I think it is. Apgar Visitor Center.
Heaps of parks in the Apgar Visitor Center. This is a Saturday, mind you, so I'm not mad about that. So right now, you can stay here. You can drive up to Apgar Village, which is where we are right now, and then you can drive along Lake McDonald all the way up to the loop. So the loop is as far as you can get to right now, as they haven't plowed this bit. And then otherwise on the east side you can go from St. Mary's to Jackson Glacier, which is a little bit past Rising Sun. Rising Sun is what it says is open online, but we've heard you can go quite a bit past that, which is about there. And then this is Logan Pass, which is where everybody goes to and kind of where the good stuff is. So it's only about that much of it that's closed, and you can do this bit still. It is quite pricey to hire bikes and hire cars. I'm pretty sure it's about $180 USD a day to hire a Jeep, which is the kind of the cheapest that we have found. Otherwise you can hire e-bikes, which we're looking around $100 to $150 each for either a 12-hour hire or a 6-hour. I really wish we had access to the whole road, as the tunnel near the Rising Sun Park on the east side is kind of the video we saw that made us want to come here and kind of, you know, add the US to our Canadian tour that we're doing. Because if you don't already know, we've been on the road living in a van full-time for 1 year now with 2 kids, and we've driven from Vancouver up to Alaska, and then Alaska all the way across to Nova Scotia, seeing every state and every territory along the way. It's really exciting for me to film our journeys now. We have so much more content which is online on TikTok if you want to follow us. Our TikTok is travel_bugs with 2 G's and 2 S's, and we have immense amount of content on there. We're trying to work out how far we can go in the RV. We are a 32-foot RV, and most of these roads only go 21 feet. So this is what it says for that.
Vehicles longer than 21 foot or wider than 8 foot are prohibited on going to the Sun Road between Avalanche Creek and Rising Sun. So we can get as far as Avalanche Creek. That
makes me really excited. I did not know that. Let's go confirm that we can drive it before we do. Okay, so just came back from the visitor center, and they have confirmed you can drive all the way to Avalanche in a large RV, or any car can. And then this is on the west side, and then for the east side you can drive to Rising Sun. You can take the North Lake McDonald Road on the west side as well, and do that road, but he said it is dirt and is not recommended for RVs. Like, it is doable and you can turn around in both places, but a lot easier in the large turnout spot in Avalanche. So that's where we're gonna head now. There is also 2 hikes that are open right now. The third is closed for bear activity, but Avalanche hike is open. Those are all the hikes. There's a few. The second is John's Lake Loop. It's only 2 miles. Easy peasy. Oh, Avalanche Lake is 2.3 miles. This is Lake Donald. This is kind of the start of going to the Sun Road, where you would ride up on your bike or your hire car or your shuttle or your tour. So just in case you're not aware, you can either come for $20 or $30 for a day pass if you're a US citizen. If you're not a US citizen, it is a $100 fee per person on top of the $30. So just keep that in mind. If you are going to pay that and you have 2 or more people, you're better off getting the America Beautiful Pass, which is $250 USD for 1 year, and you can visit every single national park in the United States and all of the federal forest lands, everything like that. I think there's over 2,000 places that you can visit with that pass across America. That includes Hawaii and Alaska as well. But the other thing to make sure you're aware of is that the rules have changed this year, 2026, for the very first time. Well, first of all, you no longer need a vehicle reservation pass. When you came into Glacier National Park in previous years, you needed 2 passes, the park pass and a vehicle reservation pass. Unless you were traveling by boat or a tour, you still needed that pass regardless. That created so much pile up, just so much traffic, and so many tourists got let down every single year. When they reached Logan Pass, there would be no parks, as you can really only park your car there, and that's where everything drops you off, all the tours and everything, you go there. I remember reading that thousands of tourists every year would get disappointed and have to turn around and go back because there simply wasn't a park. So now this year, 2026, they've introduced a new rule of a 3-hour time period where you are only allowed to park in Logan Pass for 3 hours. They mark your tires when you get there, and it's going to be on a strict schedule so everybody can have a more fair of a chance of seeing Glacier National Park. That means you can really only do Hidden Lake Trail, as it's a small one. I think anything else you won't be able to do big hikes. You will have to get dropped off there, a shuttle or a tour, because there is private tours as well, and they also then transfer you to East Glacier as well. You can get kind of picked up and dropped off if you're doing the longer trails or hikes. Oh, there's people stopped on the road up here. Let's see what they're looking at. Unfortunately, that scene, somebody hit a black bear just right then, baby black bear. So that was very hard to see. It's the second dead bear that I've seen hit on the side of the road in a week, and it's so heartbreaking. I always wonder why the speed limits aren't lower in places like this. Picking the mood back up, there are definitely some pullovers on the side of the road, so I wouldn't stress about stopping to see everything. Hi there, it's Lily from the next day. I forgot 3 things to say that I really wanted to mention because I feel like it's important. The first being the shuttle reservations and kind of what the go is with that. So basically they have 2 options on how to book a shuttle. All shuttles are $1, I believe, which is great, but they are very, very tricky to get a hold of, and I feel like that's why they make them so cheap, because they're obviously just so popular. The first way to secure a shuttle is hopping on at 8 a.m. 60 days before you plan to be there, which I know is a perfectly good option for the planners and people who, you know, plan a vacation out. It's 8 a.m. sharp, and I'm telling you that they go out in seconds. So you just have to be super lucky, and I'd definitely be not booking your trip until the shuttle is booked almost, if you can kind of plan it like that. And then the second way to secure a shuttle ticket is the day before your shuttle at 7 p.m. So the night before, you have to jump online, and within seconds they are gone. But that is the only 2 ways that you can purchase a shuttle. Otherwise, you can do the red bus tour. I believe for West Glacier it's about $80 to $90 per person. This is all in USD currency, by the way. I'm Australian, so that's a whole lot of money for us. And then for the East Glacier, I think it's about $140 USD for the red bus tour on that side. If I had to pick one side, it would be East Glacier. I think the views are better, some this lake is incredible. The hikes are better, they're a lot more popular as well. I think there's more people go over there, more people pay more money to go over that side, and the scenery is unbeatable on the East Glacier side. The other thing, and probably one of the most important things that I feel is very obvious and I shouldn't need to say, but I will just in case, you must have bear spray on you at all times. This national park is not really known for that many attacks, but in the last few months, it's been the most attacks this year than it has for a very, very long time due to the population of the bears here currently. There was another one just a couple days ago. I'm trying to include as much facts or tips or helpful things that I can. As I said, it was really hard for me to find much information at all when we've been both looking the last week or so. Weather changes and what to pack and what to wear. A lot of people think they're going on a bike tour, they're going to put on some shorts and a t-shirt and be fine with that. Just going up and down the hills alone, people say they go up in a t-shirt because they feel hot, and they come down when they pack properly in beanies, gloves, full jackets, multiple layers. So it's super important wherever and whatever you're doing that you have warm clothes with you, tie a jacket around your waist, have, you know, the proper gear, because the amount of rescues that they do here for hypothermia, especially for bikers and hikers, is like I think higher than anything else. Don't be that person and wear the right clothes. Arriving in Avalanche around lunchtime is definitely not the smart move here. You could tell everyone in West Glacier was pretty much in this car park, but this is as far as RVs can go, so this is the spot where you would turn around if you were going currently. For all vehicles, or if you had a larger van, this is where you would turn around permanently. This is the RV parking, guys, and the other RV parking over there has all cars in it too. That is so frustrating. As someone who's lived in an RV for over a year, you would not believe how many RV parks are filled with cars. It's actually disgusting. Where else are we supposed to park? There is nowhere, so we then have to go home because you're in our spot. Drives me up the wall. Also, another fact that I wanted to throw in here is the ranger that just gave us our pass, so that you cannot just give these to your neighbor or give these to a friend after you're done. And they check the signature on the back matches your driver's license. Just so you know, I know a lot of people like in Canada sell their Discovery Pass because nobody checks it, it just sits on your dash. That's just something to keep in mind. It's so beautiful here, and there really is so many different little pullover spots that have, you know, a fair amount of room, especially for our big van. We've passed so many on the edge of Lake McDonald, minus the Avalanche car park situation with all the cars in the RV spots, but they're like rainbow colored. So beautiful. Another thing that you would think would be pretty simple or straightforward, but apparently not, is how many people call the emergency hotlines for silly questions. I've heard this from people that work in the park, that people are calling the emergency hotline that is strictly reserved for people that are in crises, asking for tips on parking and where else they can park and hiking questions and all these things. So that's not the line to do it. Let's keep that free for emergencies only. Right, we're going on a walk down to Apgar village to look at Lake McDonald through that side. We just got word that my brother-in-law and his girlfriend are in labour, so that's super exciting. Getting by on the phone, I guess, as much as we can in the middle of nowhere to get updates from. Really beautiful. We collect magnets for the fridge, and I really like this one. That Christmas tree up still. It's June. Guys, reading some books. So cool. Bear! Look, he saw a hummingbird and I didn't get to see it, and I'm devastated, but I did get my magnet. I definitely recommend going to Lake McDonald at that end part in Apgar village, because I think it was so much more beautiful than any of the other stops that were along the side of the road. Here is my child just giving up on the hike, but it was more busy for sure on that side. We did see a proposal, which was super cool. I wish the sun was out a little more, but obviously we can't change that, and it's raining the rest of the week, so I'm glad that we were able to go today. All right, we are leaving the park. We're gonna quickly check out West Glacier Village for a sticker. Just like everyone else, I collect them and I put them on my Yeti and my laptop. I am always looking for new stickers in new places. Perfect one for the collection. Now we're driving back to our truck stop that we stayed at last night. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was a little bit helpful. Hopefully I get this up on time, that it still is helpful. I recommend going, but I wouldn't have the highest of expectations if you're going right now. My greatest recommendation would be to wait until going to the Sun Road opens completely, because that little bit that's closed is where all the magnificent stuff is and all the stuff that you see online. My guess is that it'll open around June 15th, 16th. That's when it opened last year. A couple of people that predict it right, usually every year, have said around June 16th. You could also enter on Trump's birthday, which is June 14th. You can enter for free, I think, any national park in the US. I'm sure it'll be super busy that day, but it's also just something that I've read as well.
Get in before the crowds.
Get here before the crowds. Get here early. Get to the Avalanche RV car park early. And I definitely recommend getting outside and doing some of those beautiful hikes. Definitely have your bear spray, and I hope you have a beautiful time. I'll leave it there. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please, it's free, and we will be having so many more videos coming. I'm cooking one up now of Waterton National Park, so we just did that last week, but I want to post this first to get all the information out there ASAP. But definitely check out our Waterton video. We saw so many bears, so much wildlife, and had the best experience in Waterton National Park ever. So that'll be coming next week. Yeah, I'll see you there.